ask you something. When was the last time you reviewed your pricing? And I'm not just talking about adjusting it slightly and definitely not rounding it up a little, but actually sitting down and properly reviewing it. Because here's something that I see all the time when working with small business owners. They're incredibly busy. Work keeps coming in, yet somehow the financial pressure never quite disappears. And all too often, the reason is surprisingly simple. Their pricing hasn't kept up with the real costs of running the business. And once you understand how this happens, you start looking at pricing very differently. Hi, I'm Jen Richardson and I'm the founder of 123 Financial Group. We work exclusively with small business owners just like you. And one of the most common conversations I have with business owners goes something a little like this. They'll say to me, Jen, we're flat out and the business is busy. And then a moment later they add, but the money still feels really tight. Now, there can be a few reasons for that, but one of the biggest is pricing. Not because people are careless, but because pricing is one of those things that quietly drifts over time. When most people start a business, they set their prices based on what feels reasonable. Maybe they look at what competitors charge, maybe they think about what customers will accept, or sometimes they simply pick a number that feels fair to them. And at the beginning, that can actually work. But businesses evolve, costs increase, fuel goes up, insurances rise, materials become more expensive. Software subscriptions, well, they just seem to appear. And yet pricing often stays almost the same. So the business becomes busier, but not necessarily more profitable. So here's the key point. If pricing doesn't move as your costs increase, your margins slowly shrink. And when margins shrink, the only way to maintain income is to work harder, take on more work longer hours, which is exactly what many business owners end up doing. They're not working harder because they want to, they're working harder because their pricing structure is quietly squeezing the business. So let's say a job used to cost you $600 to deliver and you charge $1,000. That gives you a $400 gross profit. Now, over time, your costs increase. So materials rise, fuel increase, supplies go up. Now the job costs $750 instead of $600, but the price stays at $1,000. So your margin has dropped from $400 to $250. That's a huge change, but it often happens gradually, so no one notices until financial pressure appears. This connects directly to something I talk about often, the profit engine. One of the pillars of a healthy business is growth, but growth doesn't always mean more work. Often growth simply means improving what already exists. Better margins, better pricing, better systems. So sometimes a relatively small adjustment to pricing can make a very big difference to the financial health of a business. Now, I know what many people worry about when it comes to increasing pricing. They worry that customers will leave. They worry they'll lose work. They worry the phone will stop ringing. But what often happens is actually the opposite, because when pricing is structured properly, businesses attract better clients who value the work being done, and the business becomes more sustainable. Because remember, if the business isn't financially healthy, it becomes very difficult to keep serving your customers well. So here's a simple question worth asking yourself. When was the last time you reviewed your pricing? And I mean properly, not just increasing prices slightly, but looking at your margins, looking at your costs, and asking yourself this question. Does this price actually reflect what it takes to run the business today? Because if it doesn't, the financial pressure you're feeling might simply be a margin issue. So if you'd like to check this for your own business, I've created a short guide called the Profit Margin Check. It walks you through a few simple ways to review your pricing and margins so you can see whether your prices are actually supporting your business. You can download it using the link below and go through it in about 10 minutes. Sometimes just stepping back and looking at your margins clearly can highlight opportunities you may not have noticed before. And if you go through my guide and realize there are areas you'd like help with, you're welcome to book a clarity call with me at 123 Financial Group. You'll find the link in the description below. We can walk through your numbers together and identify what changes might make the biggest differences for your business. But just before we finish up, a quick note. Today's video is general information only and doesn't take into account your personal circumstances. Always get advice specific to your situation before making financial decisions. And of course, if this video was helpful, give it a like so other small business owners can find it. And subscribe, because in the next video, we're going to talk about something that many business owners find stressful. Why BAS always seems to arrive at the worst possible time. Once you understand how to structure things properly, that stress can reduce significantly. Remember, your business should support your life, not consume it. So I'll see you in the next video.